Come with us to Curt Gowdy State Park,
downtown Cheyenne,
the Capitol Building,
and Fort Laramie. Curt Gowdy State Park is a public recreation area covering 3,395 acres in Wyoming. It is located halfway between Cheyenne and Laramie. The campground has 159 sites, and according to the website, they were all booked solid. We got the last one, but when we got here, that's not what we saw. What's going on? We're about to find out.
So apparently this is Curt Gowdy State Park, and we're looking at all these cool spots we see across the water here. Look at that one way over there. That is an amazing spot. Oh no, somebody sprung a leak.
So we spent the day in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and we didn't really have a place to stay tonight, but as luck would happen, a spot opened up at Curt Gowdy State Park, which is just less than 30 minutes from downtown Cheyenne. Yesterday there were only some non-electric sites, but today we did get an electric site. $50 I think was the total with all the fees and all that, but it's been very, very hot here. That's why we opted to go for an electric site. But now, sun setting and the weather is just perfect.
There are 3 reservoirs, Granite, Crystal, and North Crow, located at Curt Gowdy State Park. It is a kayaking, boating, and fishing mecca, although there is a 15 horsepower limit on your engines.
So apparently there's a bear in the area. I just don't understand why they don't move the sign so the bear leaves.
Well, the question is, how long has that sign been there?
I don't know, it's bolted to the wall.
Alright, so hopefully we'll be fine.
As we took a stroll around the campground, we couldn't help but notice that almost every site was empty. There was a great climb on in the shape of a buffalo, and we had a great little peek at our camper through the trees. Another peek at an empty campground spot here, so we asked the rangers what's going on, and this is what they told us. Seems people book these spots well in advance and then they never show up. There's only a $5 penalty for not showing up, but they're putting in place a new procedure. If you have multiple penalties for no-shows, eventually you'll be barred from making reservations entirely. Maybe we need to do this in more parks and we'll get rid of that no place to camp problem. The park's named after Wyoming native Curtis Edward Gowdy, who was a sportscaster known as the voice of the Boston Red Sox. I was really hoping I was going to get to fly the drone on a beautiful day like today, but unfortunately, Wyoming rules say no drones in state parks. But the views here are amazing and would have been absolutely breathtaking from the air.
Earlier that day, we got to visit downtown Cheyenne, Wyoming. We walked around and checked out this art exhibit called "These Boots Are Made for Talking." They're 8 feet tall and they're scattered throughout the city. There's 18 of them and lend themselves to a fun photo op. This very walkable town is loaded with Western history. Be sure to visit the Cheyenne Depot that houses the Wyoming State Museum, as well as the Atlas Theater, which is on the National Registry of Historic Places. You know you're in the West when you see cowboy statues and the 13,000 square foot Wrangler store. Let's go buy some cowboy stuff. Let's see if they have anything teal. I'm searching for black and teal boots because earlier that day, I made an impulse buy, and now I need some boots to go with it. I don't know what it is, but there's something about a man in a cowboy hat.
Everybody says, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Unfortunately, we were here a few days before the daddy of them all, the Frontier Days, world's largest outdoor rodeo and Western celebration, held annually in Cheyenne.
And right behind the blue tarp That is a statue of Chris Ledoux. Chris Ledoux actually moved here when he was a teenager and was very involved in the rodeo. He actually got his very first guitar right here in Cheyenne. And then he actually went to Cheyenne Central High School as well.
We took a trolley tour around this peaceful western town. But when you're in the West, you never know when a gunfight might break out.
So what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate Tom over there. He has a 38 caliber revolver. He's going to show you what a 38 caliber blank will do to an empty pop can at close range. Wow. And now Mr. Tom.
Can you beat this? You could just pull right up in our little travel trailer, found a spot right next to the Capitol building. I hope they let us inside.
Whenever we're in the state capitol, we like to see the Capitol buildings and try to take the tour.
Check out the handle. How different is that? The Wyoming State Capital has this great cell phone tour. All you have to do is take your phone, put it up to the QR code, and it gives you a great video. It gives you really cool information about this place.
The Capitol building dates back to 1886 and recently underwent a year-long renovation. The gold-covered dome towers more than 140 feet tall.
This Capitol building is still in use today. And when you walk around, don't forget to look up to check out all the stained glass windows.
Each chamber includes 4 murals painted by artists out.
We're checking out the Capitol building, and one of the stories that they talk about is how the second to last spindle coming up on this side is upside down, as you can see, compared to the others. And the legend behind that is the carpenter stated that only God is perfect.
We love the fact that they paid homage to their native culture. And did you know Wyoming was the first territory to grant women the right to vote?
We want to come back, or at least I want to come back next year during rodeo days. If you think that's a good idea, drop it in the comments below.
Our next stop was Fort Laramie, originally a fur trading post that evolved into the largest and best known military post on the Northern Plains.
The right side is restored to bachelor's offices, quarters in the 1850s. The left side to post headquarters.
It's a little bear. I don't know if I like bear rug. I'd probably stub my toe on the claws. Hello, how are you?
Welcome to the Post Trader Store. A lot of work's done.
The only thing missing is the air conditioning.
Is it exceptionally hot?
Check out the cavalry barracks. How historic this is, because that looks like Tabasco sauce.
All the buildings we were able to tour gave us a clear glimpse on how much work has been put into restoring this post into its old days of glory. A brief look at life in the cavalry in the 1800s.
I'm going in. It's nice in here. Sweet.
It was a very hot day when we were here, and we had a bit of a walk, but we're going to my favorite building, the one where they keep the cannons and the Gatling gun. We love taking you folks along with us on these adventures that we go on, and if you love these kind of videos, go ahead and leave comments down below. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and a like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you know when our next video comes out. And remember, when you're out there loving life,
Do it hitched up.
Make sure you give us a thumbs up and don't forget to ring the bell.